Hello everyone, and welcome back to Naked Narcissism and this series on narcissistic mothers and their daughters. This was a series that I started as a result of my viral video on why narcissistic mothers hate their daughters, and I decided, since that one was so popular and I received over 500,000 views and over 7,000 comments, I thought I would do a series and do a deep dive on that topic. And so we've done 4 episodes so far. If you have not seen the prior 4 episodes, you'll want to go back and check those out. I will put episode 1 above and you can just start viewing them before you view this one. So this is episode 5. And in this 5th episode, we are going to dive deep into the concept of the golden child, which garnered quite a lot of comments, thousands of comments around this concept of the golden child. So that's what this 5th episode is going to be about. The golden child syndrome and how narcissistic mothers often favor their sons over their daughters is a very painful subject for many. So in this episode, we'll discuss what the golden child is, why narcissistic mothers tend to choose a son for this role, the impact on daughters, and finally some coping strategies for dealing with this favoritism. So let's get started. So what exactly is the golden child? In the context of a narcissistic family, the golden child is the child who is idealized and excessively praised by the narcissistic parent. The child is often seen as an extension of the narcissistic parent's ego and is expected to meet unrealistic standards. So why does the narcissistic mother choose the son? First, there are deeply ingrained gender biases. In many cultures, sons are traditionally seen as carriers of the family name and legacy. Narcissistic mothers may feel a sense of pride and accomplishment through their sons. Traditional roles and expectations play a significant role. Sons are often expected to be strong, successful, and protective, which aligns with the narcissistic mother's need for admiration and validation. Finally, emotional dependency on sons can be a factor. Narcissistic mothers may rely on their sons for emotional support, seeing them as a safe haven where their own insecurities and fears can be soothed. So what are the negative effects on daughters regarding this golden child syndrome with the son and the narcissistic mother? Daughters in this dynamic often suffer from low self-worth. They see their brother receiving all the praise and attention, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. This favoritism can also strain sibling relationships. The daughter might feel resentment towards her brother, while the son might feel pressured to live up to the golden child role, causing friction and misunderstandings. Daughters may also experience emotional neglect, as their needs and achievements are often overlooked. This can lead to long-term emotional and psychological issues. So what can daughters do who find themselves in this scenario? First, you have to learn about narcissistic mothers. The more understanding you have about narcissistic mothers, the less power narcissistic mothers can have over you. So the first thing is to gain as much knowledge as possible about narcissistic mothers and narcissists in general. Second, you have to learn to set very clear boundaries and maintain those boundaries. I find that this is the hardest yet most effective strategy anyone dealing with a narcissistic mother can do. For example, if your mother is constantly criticizing you, you have to set boundaries on what conversation is acceptable. If your mother breaks those boundaries, then you need to walk away. Your mother's not invited to your house. Your mother's not invited to parties. If she cannot respect your boundaries to not criticize, then she does not get access to your life. Boundaries repel narcissists. They get angry, and it's a lot of work for them to keep trying to push over your boundaries. But the more you set and maintain them, the healthier you become, and the less the narcissist tries to push over your boundaries. They will find someone else to push around. So when you first start setting boundaries with the narcissist, they're going to want you to go back to normal and not have boundaries. But the more you set and maintain those boundaries, the harder it's going to become for the narcissist to get under your skin. And then if the narcissistic mother continues to try to do that, then she should not have access to your life. Third, which I always say this is a strategy as well, which is to seek support from family, friends, and a good therapist. If the narcissistic mother takes up a lot of space in your brain with all the stuff she's ever said to you, you need to replace all that garbage with healthy interactions with people who love and support you. Next, you have to work on building your self-esteem. And this must happen outside of the family dynamic. Engage in activities that make you feel confident and valued. What are you good at? Do you enjoy riding horses? Are you good at gardening? Are you in love with languages where you are good at learning foreign languages? Are you a yoga instructor? Do you enjoy cooking? Find the activities that outside of your family dynamic you enjoy doing and makes you happy. Those are the places where you need to spend time at. Join a cooking class. If you've always wanted to learn how to do yoga but haven't, do that. The more you can fill your life with enriching activities that bring you joy and happiness, the less the narcissistic mother is going to be able to impact you. And lastly, you need to practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself and acknowledge that the favoritism is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a symptom of the narcissistic parent's issues. I coach a client who is in his 50s who has a narcissistic mother, and we've been working together for years. And over those years, we've talked through all kinds of scenarios about his narcissistic mother, and he has learned to set boundaries with her. Very incremental, very small steps at first, but over the years he's gained a lot of confidence, and now he has no contact with his mother, or very minimal. He went no contact for a long time, but now he has very little contact. He healed his heart enough to allow his mother just little incremental steps in his life, and he's testing out the boundaries and seeing how she does. The moment she tries to bulldoze over one of his boundaries, he's going to cut her off again. That is the only way to manage your life with a narcissistic mother, in my opinion, is to go no contact for a while until you heal your heart and gain the strategies that you need in order to deal with your mother in a healthy way. The longer you kind of stay in the drama with your narcissistic mother, your heart's not allowed to heal. It doesn't have the ability to heal, and also you're not able to replace all the garbage that the narcissist has said to you over the years. You've got to dump all that out and replace it with really good, healthy conversations with people who love and support you, and then you can evaluate whether your mother gets access to you again. That's just my personal opinion. You can definitely keep good boundaries and not go no contact with your mom, but I just think the best way is to go no contact for a while so that you can fully heal your heart and see your mother for who she truly is. Thank you for joining me in today's episode. Remember, you are not alone, and there are ways to cope and heal. If you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up, and you won't want to miss the next episode because I have a big announcement that you'll want to hear, and it's something that you will want to get access to. So definitely tune in to the next episode, and it's not going to be episode 6. I'm going to insert a video in between episode 5 and episode 6, and you won't want to miss that. So stay tuned for that. And again, don't forget to hit the bell notification and hit subscribe below so you won't miss any of these videos on the topic of narcissism. And I'll see you in the next video.